Okay, so someone should explain to me the difference between talking to yourself and talking to God. And here's why I say this, because I'm doing this for a mental health tip. This is my little Gucci. I don't know what's going on with my little thing. But I'm doing this for a mental health tip because people like to play these little retarded games where, they'll pretend like something wrong with a person because they see them talking to themselves, and then they like try to say something mentally wrong with them, but then the individual that's actually has problems or whatever, they will leave them alone. So I know this because there are people that tried to do this to me while I was sitting there, when I had a job or whatever, and I would have my earphones in one of the ear because you couldn't have both of them in, so I would only have one, and I would be talking, and people would walk past and be like, who you talking to? You talking to yourself? But the whole time I would be on the phone. But it's not to say that I don't talk to myself, because I talk to myself, but I talk to God. So, that's why I asked the question, what's the difference between talking to God and talking to yourself? Because to atheists, God don't exist. So if you're praying, they feel like you're talking to yourself. So they will classify all people that pray to any deity as psychopaths, or people that talk to themselves, or somebody that's mentally ill. That's from an atheist point of view. And then there's someone else, when you pray out loud, you talk out loud, you're talking to God. Nobody can see God, at least that's what most people say. I'm speaking from their perspective, not mine. But nobody can see God. Nobody knows if God exists from the other person's perspective. So when you pray, they're thinking who you're praying to. If you're praying out loud, then essentially you're talking to yourself. But for me, I talk to God. I talk to God while I'm in the store. I talk to God when I'm on my porch by myself. I talk to God when I'm sitting in the grass. I talk to God when I'm at the library. I talk to God at all times because God exists and He is real. He's always listening, and He lets me know that He's with me. So someone needs to explain to me the difference between talking to yourself and talking to God, because last I checked, God did not give you a mouth only for you to speak when somebody is listening. Because I'm always listening to myself. I'm always processing my thoughts. I'm always thinking about what it is that I need to do. And I don't like to keep my thoughts in my mind. I like to say them out loud so I can figure out, what's going on. The same thing goes for when I'm reading. What's the purpose of us reading out loud if nobody's listening? God did not give you a mouth for you to only speak when somebody's listening, because I read out loud, and as I'm reading, I'm processing everything that I'm hearing, and I hear it differently the more times that I read it. So when people try to play this game of saying that somebody talking to themselves, they're mentally ill, talk to yourself. Issa Rae did a whole TV show where she was letting people know it's okay to talk to yourself. When she was talking in the mirror, hyping herself up, giving them the manifestations, she was letting folks know it's okay to talk to yourself. Not that you need somebody to tell you what it's okay to do for you to do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. Do what you feel. So if I want to talk to myself, if I want to talk to God, if I want to read out loud, that's what I'm going to do. And there's no mental illness stigma that comes along with it, because this is how I process information. So I'm going to sit on the porch and I'm going to continue to talk to God.